name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope that you're able to get out in nature somewhere, and also I really hope that you're sending love out in the world, because really we do need all of you to be kind to other people, but first be kind to yourself first, and then send that love out to somebody out there that really could use it. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And also, you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that's Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up, and you could share my videos with your family, friends, a cat, a dog, a turtle. You have a pet turtle, so yes, you could share my videos with your pet turtle, and you could also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can, don't forget the notification bell, and you can follow me on Instagram, and that's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So, my throat is still a little irritating still. Oh, man, I'm sorry. That was really hot. So anyway, I really want to just jump right in this topic. I know all of us have gone through this throughout life, especially if you're older than 18 or even younger than 18, is a heartbreak, like where your heart is broken from whether you were in a relationship or maybe you didn't even get into a relationship. So it doesn't always have to mean that you were in a relationship. You might have had your heart broken because you desired somebody in your life, and then, you realize that really was not going to happen. And even though you still desire that person, that you realize maybe you've been fooling yourself the whole time, So, and that's why it's so important with a heartbreak, whether you've been in relationships, and believe me, Starlight has had her heart broken many, many, many times in her life, and I believe that you have too, and it is very painful. And, I know in the past when I was really young, the really a good, real important thing is that, they might have been the one that did you wrong, and you might have been innocent through that whole relationship, is that you want to really take care of yourself really good, and don't blame yourself for it not working out, and it is painful sometimes, like love, like I just made a video about love, love can blind you really, and where you see warning signs, you see this and that, and because the love that you feel for that person can overtake so many things, and where you put your guard down with that person, and you kind of let them sneak into you, and that's where it can get pretty bad right there, is when they you put your guard down, you get warning signs, and you might have been lied to, you might have been betrayed, you might have been played with, that goes on a lot in the world, where in relationships, or even when they're starting out, even before they've even kissed or met, is that there's people out there that might play with you psychologically or emotionally, to make you think that they're into you, which really they're not into you. So that is a big wake-up call for you in your life, where or they might say everything that you want to hear, but then you're seeing so many different things that is not lining up with what they say, and where you have to decide, do I really want to be involved with this person, or do I need to let go of this person? So it is very painful, going through a heartbreak, whether you've been with that person for years, or a person that you might have not even met, where you really come to the conclusion that you gotta let them go. You gotta love yourself though throughout the time, and it is very painful to have a heartbreak. And they do have guided meditations, and it's necessary to kind of sit with those emotions a little bit, of what a heartbreak feels like. and to feel them out, not to run away from them, and if you do, and this is hard, you might have a special friend out there that you can communicate with, or, therapy, where it's good to communicate with somebody that you can trust, somebody that's patient with you, somebody that's, they have an open ear, somebody that's actually going to have their attention on what you're saying, somebody that you can definitely trust, because you don't want to just go and open up, to somebody that's just going to not be there, and listen to what you got to say or help you through it. So sometimes you find yourself in a spot where maybe, you might have had somebody to talk to help you through this, but, you might be on your own in this area of getting the kind of help that you need for a heartbreak. So sometimes you might feel like you're on your own dealing with these emotions, and how powerful they can be, and how, down you can feel about yourself. But, I have to say that it is a big eye-opener, and it's good to notice this stuff right now, especially if you haven't even met the person or been involved with them, or maybe you had time with them, maybe you've been with them 3 or 6 years or something, but it is, maybe you've fallen apart, and it just shows that God really has the one out there somewhere for you. And not to give up on love, though. You don't want to just throw in the towel, because that's what the way society has done a lot. Where, sorry. Where, that some people, they will actually won't even go with the opposite sex. They will actually change their mind and actually go with the same sex, thinking that they're not going to get hurt there. But that is so far from the truth. Whether you go with a guy or a girl or same sex or not, the opposite sex, you can get hurt no matter where and who you decide to go with, or even get interested in. But my thing is, what I'm learning is, you don't want to waste your whole time, on somebody that's making promises to you that are not being kept. So why would I want to waste my time with somebody that, that they're really not into you like you thought. So it's so important to pay attention to those red flags that you could get from people. And, there's some people out there, depending on their business, what they do for a living, there could be, they could be distracted by so many other women or men out in the world, and they might be playing games, and also, having you on a string, making you think and getting your high hopes up and stuff like that, where eventually time is like, is this for real, or is this a joke? So you do have to protect your energy from people out there that are just trying to take your energy from you, and you could get your high hopes over somebody and fall head over heels for somebody, but is that person the one you're supposed to be with? So it is, it can be a sad time, but it's best to know this now instead of 10 years later, right? Mm-hmm. So it's very complicated, and they do have guided meditations, like for heartbreaks, um, when your heart has been broken, and you got to keep your heart right with those people that, if they've done something to you, maybe they've cheated on you, maybe they were unfaithful, maybe they have been playing games with you, maybe had games with you, is that no matter what, you got to keep your heart right with yourself and them. You got to, I do want to come up with a song about that. I'm going to keep my heart right with you no matter what you do. No matter what you put me through, I'm going to keep my heart right with you. So you definitely, you want to keep your heart right with those people that have hurt you, whether purposely or, maybe it just didn't work out, because there's some people out there that they might have never intended ever being with you, but they gave you high hopes, and to make you think that they were into you when they might have never been into you. So that's why it's so important to love yourself. Please love yourself, and you got to pull yourself out of this, because you don't want to stay in a low frequency for a long time. It is good to deal with those emotions, sadness, and what it feels like, having your heart broken, and to realize that God has a person out there, whether it's a guy or a girl, and just keep on working on yourself. Make sure you're eating right and taking care of yourself right, and you can do meditations, to do guided meditations to let go of some of that energy that you're holding inside of you, and keep your heart right with that person that has done you wrong, because it is so important to keep your heart right, because God will bless you with the right one. And who knows how long that's going to be, but as long as you're working on yourself, trying to better yourself every day, try to be the change that you want to see, become your greatest version that you can be in life. Just keep on working on yourself. And really, it's just wise to let that person go. And yeah, you're going to have your moments where you're going to think of the times that you had with this person, whether you've been with them or not. These days a lot of people do things online, and maybe you've had good times online with these people, or maybe you never met them, which is actually a good thing. If you never even met them yet and you were falling head over heels over somebody you never met, and God's like, Starlight, he's just playing you. Really? Oh, okay. He's just been playing with me. It is best to actually know that. Because what it is that you don't really want anybody, like the puppet master here, whoopsie, just have you on a string, right? You want to cut those strings and be free from that. You don't want anybody to play psychological head games with you, and to keep you under their spell. Is that you need to let go of that person and love them and forgive them for what they're making you feel like. But it just is it's a big eye opener, is to let them go. You gotta let them go. Say, I love you, but I really do. I have to move along right now. I have, other things that I have to do. And it's called self-love. This is a time that you really need to really love yourself more than ever. And it's not you, it's the other person. It just didn't work out because it wasn't meant to work out. But and if you've been with that person for a long time, like you've lived together, and like, and it's a good lesson to learn, is to really to ask questions a lot more before getting involved with somebody, like living together like a boyfriend, girlfriend, or getting married, and a lot of times what happens is that we might get those red flags in our life, and we might think, no, that can't be, and you gotta pay attention to those red flags and the signs that the universe has given you. And that's what we're Starlight was getting signs recently, and I thought maybe I was interpreting things wrong. I kept on blaming myself. No, that can't be right. But it is what it is. So you gotta love yourself and be grateful that if you didn't get involved with the person physically anyway, is that the universe saved you from the pain that could have been later on, or even the time that has been wasted, trying to think that this person actually could love you, So it is hard when you get a wake-up call like that and you realize that how much time have you wasted with this one person and how much energy you've given away. So you need to take your power back, and not to give them your power anymore, and that's where some people are power hungry out there, is that they want to take your time and attention and all that stuff for their own gains. So you need to protect yourself from people like that out there. They are out there, and there's other, people out there that could fall for the same thing, you know. And Starlight is going to keep her heart right. You know, other people will have to learn their own lesson. This has been my lesson. I'm not that type of girl that's gonna go around and say, hey, watch out for this man, blah 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 blah, because really, if somebody's blinded by love, they are not gonna hear you anyway. So you would be wasting time and energy trying to warn other people. It's just best in this situation is to let them know, let them learn like you did, because then they'll learn a lesson. They'll be like, I've been deceived, I've been lied to, I've been tricked, So it is so important that you be grateful. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels, for letting me see this now instead of me, like trying to hold on to something that was never mine in to begin with. So it is so important that you let those people go in your life that are really not a good fit for you. And it is hard. It's like you got to put your pride down and say, hey, that did not work, or wasn't working. Especially if you never met the person yet. So it is, it's like a blessing in disguise, so it is painful, but at least now you can move on to better things in life. So that's what the way I look at it is there's somebody out there, for Starlight, so where is he? Only God knows. So I just need to work on myself, keep my heart right, and love that person, let them go, and it is so important that you keep your heart right with the people that have hurt you, or deceived you, or whatever they have done, and to love yourself. So, make sure you're eating the right kind of food to keep your immune system up, and make sure you're getting plenty of sleep and, rest and sleep. You know, I do love you so much. Sorry. Is I'm gonna give myself a hug. I know there's somebody out there that really, truly, really loves Starlight, and there'll be a day that I will meet that man in person. But right now, honey, I'm sorry, but I've got to let you go, So, as the saying they go is that there's, and it's kind of hard for a female. I'm sorry about this noise in the background where I am right now. I really can't control this sound right now. As they say for men, it doesn't really go for women. There's plenty of fish out in the sea, you know. So there's plenty other options out there, and you don't want to limit to yourself thinking that was the only one for me, is that there's other ones out there, so I'm sorry about this noise, is that you gotta protect yourself and your energy from people out there that's just trying to take your energy from you, and keep your heart right. Pray for those ones out there, that have done you wrong, and just deal with those emotions when they come, but you don't want to stay there too long. It is okay to cry. It is okay to get upset. It's okay to be angry when you've been deceived, and you're just going to have to, have your moment where you can have that time, but don't stay there, because it can bring you in a downward spiral real quick. So just keep your heart right with those people, and it's a lesson to learn, not to let another person do this again to you, where some people do. They make promises they don't keep. They never even intended to keep. So it is so important that you really listen to people when they talk, and see if they're true to what they say, because, later on you'd be like, huh, you're putting the pieces together, and and it's like, is it just me? And sometimes people do out there. They play head games. They just keep you on that string, keep stringing you along, and you fall for it. So you don't want to be a puppet on a string. Believe me, you want to cut that cord, that string. Let it go. You don't want anybody to have you on a like on a string, just stringing you along. It is not really good place to be. So just cut that string and keep your heart right with that person. And anyway, I do love all of you. I know this is a shorter video than most, but hang on, is that you love yourself no matter what, and it's not you. It's that the other person is going through stuff that that person might need to be prayed for. They need to be loved just like you do. So just pray for them and let it go, and you will heal in time. That's a good one. It's a toughie, but it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take, everybody's so different on how long and it's going to take for you to heal from a broken heart. So be patient, love yourself, unconditionally, no matter if that person loved you or not, is that you need to really truly love yourself and take good care of yourself. Make sure you're eating the right kind of food. Like I said about getting enough rest, get out and take a hike. Go out and spend some time with Mother Nature, get out with the birds, bees, leaves, and trees, and don't forget the butterflies, so I do love you so much, but we really do, as men and women, we need to protect our energies from people out there like that, that are just out there to take your energy away from you, and, some people, it makes them feel good, when they do things like this to you, and you just got to let that person go, and just be grateful that it's happening. Sorry, I'm not meaning to laugh here, it just tickles my throat. But it's best to know this now, I've heard some people that they've just, like, they wouldn't date anybody forever because they were still waiting for that one, and that one just been playing with them like on a string, just like puppet master stuff. So you don't want to be that girl or guy that somebody's just toying with, with your emotions and all that stuff. So I do love all of you, and I really hope that you're able to get out in nature. I took a beautiful walk where I am now yesterday, and it was what a beautiful walk, because all the leaves are falling from the trees, not all of them, but it just was beautiful looking inside the woods where you could see all the different colors of leaves, all over on the ground. So anyway, I do love all of you. You could give this video a thumbs up. Plus, you can share share my videos with your family member. Share my videos with somebody that their heart has been broken. And you could share my videos with them, and to help them out. Plus, you could share my videos with a friend, a cat, a dog, a bird. So you could share my videos with your pet bird, and also you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget the notification bell. Plus, you can leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. And you can follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So I am so sorry, I can't do nothing with my throat right yet. So I'm hoping, like really soon, that my voice will be back again. So I do love all of you, and if you're going through a heartbreak, I want to send my love out to you, and you got this. You're strong. You're going to be able to get through this. And it's not the first time, right? You got through it from before, and you can get through this again. So anyway, I do love all of you. This is Starlight, Love and Light. Peace.